We've got a few people. Hey guys! Alright, I'm just gonna get some stuff set up on my end and wait for a few more people to come, and then we will get started with the build. As I posted on my community page earlier, I'm super excited to be building the LEGO Women of NASA kit, finally! So welcome everybody! I'm very glad that you decided to join me. For those of you who don't know me, which I assume is nobody, but I'm Amy, and I run Vintage Space. So today I've done builds before, I've done the LEGO Saturn V, and I'm hoping you guys who did watch that probably saw that I am very good at calling things knobbly bits and don't know the names of any of my Lego pieces, and it took me about 8 hours, so I'm hoping that this is going to take a lot less than 8 hours. So up front, I'm going to let you guys know, and I'll let you guys know this at the end as well. I have a blog post that's going to go up tomorrow once I can embed this video, and it's going to have a little bit more information on the 4 women that are in this kit, so that you can learn a little bit more about who they are, what they did, what kind of makes them super unique. So yeah, let's dive on in. We've got a couple hundred people, welcome everybody, and let's go. So this came out, I can't remember when this came out exactly. I want to say it was, I don't know, about a month-ish ago, but thank you LEGO for sending me the kit, and LEGO also put me in touch with Maya, who actually, I'll show you guys, open the box. There's a little information, we'll get to that in a second, but there's information about all the women involved, but there's also information in here about the women who designed it. So Maya Weinstock, you can see her picture right here, she's in the brochure. I got a chance to talk to her yesterday about what kind of was her impetus for building the LEGO Women kit. So Maya has a very interesting background, and some of you guys who may read space.com a lot might recognize her name from there. She did write for the site for quite a while. She now works for MIT, kind of doing internal communication, so that's writing press releases about scientists and what's the word I'm looking for? New developments and new things coming out of the lab. So that's what she does now, but she, as a science writer, she was always interested in astronomy. She didn't do her Bachelor of Science in space or in physics. She did it in biology, but she was always interested in astronomy specifically, and space more generally, and also has always been very interested in women in STEM, which most women who are in STEM are also kind of interested in the women who came before us. So when she heard about the LEGO contest, because this kit was actually born from a contest where fans could submit their own designs for a LEGO kit. She really wanted to bring women in STEM and people that you don't know about in STEM to the fore, so she developed this idea of the Women of NASA kit. There were originally 5, ended up with 4, so that's kind of how this kit came to be. And again, the article that I'll post on Discover tomorrow will have more about Maya as well. But yeah, so we have 4 women in our Women of NASA kit. Now the 4 of them each have a little blurb in the kit, so they just look little one-page things, but of course, being LEGO, there's also instructions so that I can build it, which, as you guys know, might be a bit of a challenge. I just wanted to show you that the first page of instruction is literally telling you to dump out the box, think, sort, and then be happy about the build. So let's do that. Someone just asked if there are any Apollo Legos. Indirectly in this kit, behind my phone, you guys know I live stream off my phone, which is why the quality is not perfect. I'll eventually fix that. But I do have the Saturn V. It is still on my counter because I still don't have a place to put it, but we'll get there. So the kit, when you get it, I know you guys are gonna hate this because I always want to show you how it actually comes in the kit. So it looks like this, which means that I don't have the pieces totally organized, but bear with me, it'll be fine, we'll get through it, and bear with me as well as I drink coffee. I chose my appropriate NASA mug today. So we've got, I think, oh my gosh, they all have little heads in here. So there's different little bags. There's three bags. The third one has a smaller bag inside it. So I think this is giving us the minifigs first. Odd. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this, you know what? Okay, let's see. Hang on. I think we can do this. Okay, let's see if we can get this to stand up this way. Anybody who joins us a little bit later, I'm just gonna rotate this slightly. Anyone who joins us a little bit later will know what I'm talking about. Yay. Okay, just gonna shift back over a bit. So we're just getting started. For anyone who's joining us, I've given you guys a little bit of the backstory of the women, Lego Women of NASA kit, and we're just starting to build. So here's where I get into discussing awkward little knobbly bits. So I see one head in this one, and three heads in this one. I think, oh gee, this is oddly organized. I thought it was actually gonna be a, you know what, I really thought we were gonna be getting like, each one of them would have a baggie so that it would be very clear and I could just kind of rant off a few little things. I've got my notes pulled up here from the blog post. Rant off my little things about Margaret Hamilton while I build her. But apparently we're not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to start with this bag because this looks like what I'm supposed to start with. This is super not the most organized way I should have maybe planned. But anyways, okay. We're just gonna open this. I should have gotten a bowl. Hang on. We're just gonna use my laptop again as like a makeshift place to pour all these things. Okay, so the kit, I will say, is not organized in any way that is like, here's one thing. Pete, oh yeah, you guys keep asking about Pete. Pete, for those of you who don't know, is my cat named after Pete Conrad, the commander of Apollo 12, and I think, no, he's over, sorry, I was gonna say Pete Conrad is sleeping on the bed, but Pete Conrad, the action figure, I should have brought him over here too, but I did not. He's over on the bookshelf, but then I could have just shown you what Pete Conrad looks like. Okay, so I guess these instructions of where I am a little Lego figurine myself means I'm supposed to separate all these into pieces. So I'm gonna keep these vaguely organized by bag, but also just open all of them. As you guys know, I am not a frequent builder of Legos. I just saw a question, anyone asking about degrees. I assume you mean my degrees. I have a, I can't talk and think today. I have a Bachelor of Arts with combined honors in Science and Technology Studies and Classics, and a Master's of Science and Technology Studies. So that's my background. That's where I come to do space things. I come to do Lego things because I keep getting the Lego things. Oh, the Lego Skylab. Someone, I can't see the name from here. Someone just asked about the Lego Skylab kit. So there is a Skylab adapter that you can do for the Saturn V, and that, as far as I can tell, is not actually a kit that you can buy. I'm just going to move this slightly, and I'm also going to start separating some of these by color. You can't buy it, per se. A friend of mine, and I should dig up this email and do this, sent me a list from, I think it's like just a block website where you can buy your own blocks. People have actually written out exactly what you need to build it so that I can actually buy the individual blocks. And, oh, there's a little nebula painting block. So I can actually buy the blocks and build it from there. So I should do that. Maybe I'll do that this evening. Because I need to spend more time building Lego on the internet, apparently, you guys. Oh, it's little Lego legs. I haven't seen a Lego figurine in a really long time. I mentioned this when I was doing the Saturn V build that I feel like the last time I probably played with Lego, I was really young. Oops, sorry, that's super big. I was a kid and didn't have any kits. I've never done the kits. I've always just done like have box of blocks, will build a chicken coop. I think I mentioned the chicken coop last time too. I did at one point build a Lego chicken coop, and I don't know why. I can't remember what my child brain thought that was super important, was to build a Lego chicken coop. So I did that. That happened. So I'm not super adept at the Lego bit of this, so bear with me. I'm much better at the space bit of this. So I've got 3 piles. You guys, I'll try to tilt this down ever so slightly. So you can see I've got the piles here of stuff, and I'll try to put it up as I build it. But according to step 1, we build our little Lego figurines. So let's see. They have their little outfits. Okay. Okay. See, yeah, there we go. snappy bit. Oh, they're bigger than I thought they were gonna be. Huh, I don't know why I thought they would be like really, really little and tiny. Okay, so then we have the challenge of finding the right head. I think this is her. Ooh, snappy. Okay, awesome. All right. Guys, it's Margaret Hamilton. I will talk a little bit more about each of these women as I build, put together their sets. They each have an individual set. So here's the little Margaret Hamilton figurine. I think if I put it here, you can kind of see her. Okay, and then we have, okay, wait, bodies. Sorry, the bodies and the legs are all separate. It's kind of creepy. It kind of reminds me of that scene in The Wizard of Oz. You know, they took my chest off and they threw it over there, and they took my legs off and they threw it over there. The evil flying monkeys from The Wizard of Oz when they go to the Wicked Witch of the West's house. Yeah, I love that movie. I should watch that. I haven't seen that in ages. All right. So I am looking for Nancy Grace Roman right now. This is her body, and this is her head. Okay, I found her head. Oh my god. Oh, creepy. Okay, I just noticed this. Okay, so you can have, she's smiling on that side and like serious on that side. So I'm gonna make them all smiling because that seems kind of fun. What did I do with, I'm gonna turn Margaret Hamilton's head around. I don't know, I like them being properly smiley. It's kind of fun. They're so cute. Okay, and then we need her hair. And her hair is like a really sweet little gray mop of hair. Oh, it looks so creepy though, because then their heads are on backwards. I promise it's less creepy. Come on, snap into place. This is her hair. There we go. And there is Nancy Grace Roman. That's super cute. Okay, so there's two. Oh, guys, this is going to be so much less long than the Saturn V. All right, now we've got Mae Jemison, which is easy because she's wearing the orange shuttle suit. Okay, so there's this one, and then where's her head? Okay. Let's get the smiley half showing. I like the smiley bit. And then she has hair and a helmet, which is sort of, that's Sally Ride hair. There's her hair. There we go. The hair appropriately does cover the back of the creepy back, so you've got the serious face on the back. You guys can kind of see it, and then luckily you get the hair on and it does cover it, so it doesn't look creepy like she's got a second face on the back of her head. And then the helmet. Okay, she does have a little helmet. This is the helmet, and there should be a visor that goes with it. All the little finicky bits are up here. Where is the visor? Isn't this riveting live stream right now? Nerd girl on the internet looks for visor for Lego minifig. Where is this thing? I might have to stick this in her hand for now and wait until I can actually find the visor so that it doesn't take forever. Okay, we're just gonna stick this in her hand. Oh, we're gonna stick this in her hand. There we go. Okay. Okay. This is awkward, but there. She's holding her helmet, so that's Mae Jemison. And then up last we have Sally Ride. And she's wearing her blue flight suit. So there's her body, there's her hair, oh, here's her face. Okay, smile in half. And her hair, and she has a camera as her accessory. So where is the little, here's Sally Ride, and her little camera. I might also have to hold off on that until I've gone through more of these pieces and can get rid of them, because I can't seem to find the camera for the moment. Okay, so we're just gonna leave Sally Ride. Okay, so now we've got our 4 women. We're going to start with Margaret Hamilton. So, step forward, please. Oh, I just saw a comment that'd be nice to include Eileen Collins. So I did talk to, when I talked to Maya, who I mentioned earlier in this stream, she kind of envisioned the kit. She wanted to pick some people who were known and some people who really weren't known. And also you can't actually have a thing with every single person. Also, when they're still alive, they do have to allow for their likeness to be used for a toy and even, you know, something educational like this. So there's, I mean, there's definitely a lot of women who could definitely be in this kit. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have a whole bevy of them. I should also get that Apollo 13 set. Oh, I'll bet they're in here. I didn't see this bit. For those of you guys who do or don't know, there is an Apollo 13 Lego minifig set, and I do eventually want to get a hold of that because that one would be super fun and super cute. So maybe that would be my next little Lego splurge. Okay, I'll bet. Here we go. Okay, here's Mae Jamison's visor. Found that. Ooh, okay. Okay, so now she's got her visor on. And we will have Sally Ride's camera in half a second. There it is. All right. Oh, it should be in this hand, so that lens is not facing her. Okay. And there's Sally Ride with her camera. Okay, so we're going to be starting very simple instructions, but it's very clear this is going to be the Margaret Hamilton set. So I unfortunately can't insert pictures into a live stream, but you guys all know, I imagine, the famous picture of Margaret Hamilton. Oh, wait, I think it's in here. Okay, sort of in here. So I'm sure you guys have all seen this picture of Margaret Hamilton. This is taken, I want to say mid to late 60s, like 67-ish, I think. And this is her with a stack of the code that was used to program the Apollo guidance computer. Why the camera for Sally Ride? You know what? I'm not sure yet, but I feel like once we get to Sally Ride, there will be an explanation of it. If not, I will look it up and make sure that it is in the blog post. So Margaret Hamilton is pictured with this stack of binders of code that she wrote. So she led the team at MIT's instrumentation lab, which is now the Draper Lab, still at MIT. This was one of, if not the first, I think it was actually the first contract NASA let, the subcontract NASA let, in anticipation of Apollo going to the moon. The idea was of everything, like the technical stuff is one thing, like we can figure out how to build a big enough rocket and all that good stuff, but we need to figure out, oh, hi from Toronto. We need to figure out how exactly this spacecraft is going to navigate between the Earth, which is moving, and the moon that is moving, and the spacecraft is moving, and all of these different gravity fields dealing with all these different things. So this was one of the biggest challenges when, after Kennedy sort of promised America that it would be going to the moon by the end of the decade. So the first contract, this is before anything else, this computer, the software could go into any vehicle. So the guidance computer program contract was let before North American was selected to actually build the command module. And then because the lunar module contract came almost a year after the Apollo command module contract, it was then worked into the same computer. So the software for the lunar module was different, but the guidance computer was the same. I do have a video about it if you guys want to look it up right now. There's a little magnifying glass icon at the top of my page. If you search Apollo guidance computer or DISKY, you should find it. The DISKY, D-S-K-Y, was the display keyboard that was like the interface for the astronauts between how to input and read data, and then also the software in the spacecraft. And there were 2 in the command module and 1 in the lunar module. So where Margaret Hamilton comes in as the leader of the team, so one of the team who built the software that actually got these spacecraft to navigate and fly. Many of you, I'm sure, have heard of the infamous 1202 program alarm. So when Apollo 11, I'm going to put this over here, when Apollo 11 was just going in for its lunar landing, the astronauts, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, got a persistent 1202 program alarm. And that was an alarm that signaled that the computer was overloaded and had to reboot. And if it didn't do that, it would have been getting conflicting information, and it would have been a very bad day for landing on the moon. So that 1202 program alarm is one of the sort of most notable things that Margaret Hamilton's team did with the code that they designed and that they implemented in the Apollo program. And another thing that I want to share, because I had a chance to visit the Draper Lab a couple years ago. It'll be 2 years ago in April or May. I gave a talk at the Draper Lab as part of an engineering symposium, and I got to tour the lab and go through some of the old documents and play with an old simulator that, like, you can touch it. I wasn't breaking any rules, but I did learn why the buttons on the Disky are so big, because you have those really bulbous fingers in the Apollo lunar EVA suit gloves. So I learned that. But I heard the great story that Margaret Hamilton was a mom at the same time as she was, designing these program that would get us to the moon. And she brought I believe her daughter was 4 one day. And at this point, her code was thought to be unbreakable, and her daughter was there, and her daughter was kind of playing on a simulator and hit some buttons, and she can't do anything wrong, and her daughter unwittingly jammed the computer, and through that identified a bug, and which was then solved, and then had to be then made the program that much stronger when it was actually implemented and flown to the moon. So I thought that was a great little anecdote. I love the little kid comes in and unwittingly fixes things. Hello, Australia. So that's it. So that's the little super quick backstory on Margaret Hamilton. As you guys can imagine, I know a bit about her just because of the Apollo connection, but yeah, a lot of you guys have actually been asking for articles about her. It's on the list one of these days. I do need to understand a little bit more about the software, and I have a book and a friend who wrote the book that'll help me get through it all. But let's get back to actually building her little set. So each of these little women minifigs have a set that they stand on, so you get a sense of who they are. You might be able to guess that from the box. So we're gonna build Margaret Hamilton's set. Okay, so we start with a flat black piece. It was 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, okay, so we start with this one, and then we take the angled black pieces. So why don't you guys out there, I see you're all having a conversation, but who has bought this kit or has built it already? Have you guys actually, do you own it? Do you have the women of NASA hanging out on your bookshelves or on your desk somewhere? I'm not sure where I'm gonna put these ladies, but eventually I will be putting them up. So I'm gonna move these gals over here so that you can sort of see what I'm doing and keep Margaret up here. So, flat black piece. All right. So we're taking 2 uppy bits. Don't you love my technical Lego terminology? All right, so we've got this little kind of basis for her. And then we're taking 2 more, 5, 6, what's this? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 2 of these long skinny bits and 2 of the less long equally skinny pieces. So 4 and 6 little hats. Bought one for your niece, awesome. I just saw that as a comment. Oh wait, sorry, 1 of these, okay. Yeah, this is sort of one of those awesome kits for girls to really see legitimately awesome women of science who are just rad. I mean, there's so many to choose from. Don't get me wrong, guys. These are not by any means the definitive list. There's so many incredible women, and these are just 4 that are kind of amazing to celebrate. So we're building her little platform. Let's take a whoop. Ah! A flat gray bit. I should probably not be holding this while I build it. And then we need one of these and a square one of these. So I gotta keep this facing me so I get it right. So we're building up her little platform, and it's gonna be, so this platform is going to be that famous picture of her with the stack of binders. It's gonna be, we're gonna build a little Lego one of those, which is sort of so adorable. Okay, so we've got her platform coming together. Okay, so we need 2 more of these ones. Thankfully, this time around, those of you who hung out during the Lego Saturn V build, that one had 1,969 pieces. This one has less. Yeah, it's It's less intense, but it's still pretty intense. Okay. Sorry, keeping this close facing me so I do it the right direction. Okay. Here's this. And then these two with the, okay. There we go. Need this coffee real quick. I just saw someone, I missed your name as you flew by, but I saw someone got this for their sister who's an ex-engineer. It's an awesome present. Okay, yeah, to be clear, you don't need to be a kid to play with Lego. Clearly. Okay, so we're here, and now we are building, what's the longer one? 2 of these. The hingy bits. You guys remember these from, you guys remember these in the Saturn V? These are the hingy bits we're dealing with. So one of these, and one of these. Okay, so putting this back towards me so I don't get it wrong. All right, so the hingy bits go back here. This goes up top, and this here. So all that to build us a relatively flat platform with a little bit of height. So we have kind of a raised thing for her. All right, and then we have, ooh, the little hats. Guys remember little hats? These like single one-off pieces, I call them hats. So we need 2 of these. One of the long, not that long. Okay, this is just the 6 pieces, and then 2 corner pieces. 1 and 2. Okay, so one by one plates. 1 by 1 plates. I think it's funnier if they're hats, but 1 by 1 plates, I'll take it. All right, so facing this back towards me to make sure I get them on right. We're putting these little, okay, so we're just building up the back a bit so that she's got sort of a platform. There we go. I really want to talk to the people who figure out how to break, like, design the pieces and then break them apart so that they're fun to build and hefty. Like, this feels like a thing. All right, so we have this platform coming together. Blips. All right, and then we need, okay, so then we have 2 more bricks, and we're gonna cover this at the top. All right, 1 and 2. Okay, so that's what we ended up with. So now we are building, I can't tell what this is. Oh, we're building the back. Okay, so you can kind of see where this is coming together, and they're all gonna be similar. But this is kind of gonna be the floor, and then we've got a chance to build like the backsplash, for lack of a better word. So we're gonna build the kind of background right now. Okay. So we need 1 of these long white ones and 1 of these, what are these called? Because these are like sun hats. If this is a hat, no wait, that's flat. Where's the little 1 by 1 piece? Well, you guys know what I mean. Okay, if this is a hat, is this a sun hat? Because that's what it makes me think of. All right, so we're gonna start building the background. I don't know if you guys can hear the traffic outside. People love to honk on a one-way street. I live on a one-way street. There should be 1 more of these flat white pieces. Ah, there we go. This is like IKEA furniture. Any of you guys who've ever, I feel like almost everybody, anyone who's ever put together furniture, especially from IKEA, it's like that moment of fear if you can't find something, like, oh, you've got to be kidding me, I'm missing 1 piece of a bed. It's the most annoying thing, and I'm always worried with this that I'm gonna somehow not have every piece that I need. Okay, so we are gonna put this back here, and then another 1 of these sun hatty bits. And then add 2 sort of, I guess these are 1 by 3 pieces. So this is getting, all right. Okay, so this is coming together. And then, okay, so we're gonna cover this. We're just gonna do a long, flat, white bit that's just gonna give us a nice smooth finish. Where is that? Come on, little flat white bit. And I know you guys are wondering, oh, here it is, where Pete is. I wish Pete could come hang out, but he would like to be sleeping now. He gets up and he's in my face all day when I'm working, but as soon as I'm doing stuff and you guys want to see him, he just doesn't want to get off the bed. Lazy cat. Okay. Is that? Yeah, okay. All right. So this is our background. Okay, so take 2 of these little hats / 1x1 pieces, and okay, oh, I see what's going on. Okay, so we're really just finishing it off so it's all one height. Okay. So that's what it looks like. We're gonna put one final piece to cover this up so it looks nice and clean, and that's this piece. And this is super cute. I should figure out what this means, but there is a chalkboard. There is a chalkboard, and it's got little notations on it that I will have to actually see if it is a thing. I'm sure it's a thing. Wait. Oh no, this is gonna be me not being able to, there it is. There, little chalkboard in the back. What does that say? CPPATVLAATA. I don't know, I'd have to look up. The only acronym I can, TWA just makes me think of, isn't that an airline? I'm not sure, but anyways. So, here's the background. And we are going to, so we can see these, yeah, I don't know. I need to look up the picture in, so here it is, guys. I need to look up the picture, like the full res picture, to see what this is. Trans World Airlines, that's what I knew it was an airline. So it could be, someone just asked if it's a list of nouns and verbs. I mean, it could be, I would have to look it up. You guys know that I'm not a computer engineer. So my understanding of nouns and verbs is kind of the astronaut's own experience with it in terms of like how you used it once you were in flight. But in terms of like the details behind it, I don't know. I will give a shout out again to my friend Frank O'Brien, who wrote a book called The Apollo Guidance Computer, which he knows I mean this with nothing but love and respect, is the book that will tell you everything you never needed to know about the Apollo Guidance Computer. So if you are super keen, check it out. It is like, he's brilliant at it. I can barely understand it, but he's awesome. So check out that book. I've recommended it before, and yeah, Frank is awesome, and if anyone's gonna make you understand it, it's Frank. So I put the, clip this on, you can see in the back I just clipped it onto these little round pieces, so now we have this little stand. Oh, and someone got the Revenge of Space t-shirt, I'm so happy. Oh, I should have worn mine. I didn't think about that until right now. Okay, so we've got this all set together. So now we're going to build what is going to be, I'll try to do this one facing you guys. Make sure I'm putting this in the right spot. Okay, so 2 from the edge. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna start building the stack of books. So we're basically alternating sun hats, blue and white, until we get to the top. And the top one will be a blue one, so that's all of them. So let's see, there should be one of these, 4 with the little knobbly bit, and 4 white ones. All right, that's it. Okay, so we're just gonna alternate these and kind of put them offset from each other. What is it saying to do? Yeah, so there's a hole in the underside and a knobby there, so they just stack on, I suppose. These do look like they are offset though, that they're sort of leaning from the side. Well, I'm just gonna put it together and see what happens. But it does, you can make it go, so, I knocked over Nancy. You can make it go like a stack that's gonna fall over. So I might just put this together like this just for funsies for now. Can always undo it. Oh, I did that wrong. Did I do that wrong? Oh, I know, I missed a white one. Did I miss a white one? Wait, 1, 2. Oh yeah, okay, ooh. No, I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I just saw someone asking, I think I have admins in this chat maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so this is coming together. I think I did this right. Okay, and now we're building a little coat rack. This is so cute. Okay, all right, so there's gonna be 3 pieces. So there's one, there's the bottom, and then here's the, did I do the top right or wrong? Oh yeah, okay. Well, that was very simple. Okay, so this goes right in the back. And then she has her little nameplate. So we're gonna stick this in here. Yeah, the stack would definitely fall over. I'm gonna fix this because it's gonna bug me. Ooh, there we go. All right. And then we put our Margaret Hamilton, whoop, right in her little office. So there we go. That is a little Margaret Hamilton Lego minifig. That's it. This is so cute. I love this. Okay, so up next, I'm gonna leave her right over. I don't know if I can put them all in a place where you can actually see them as I go, but let's try. Let's try. We're gonna stick her over here. So I'm just asked if I could build a Lego with Pete. I would love to. I'm actually, to be totally honest, guys, I'm surprised that Pete didn't come running when he heard like the scrunchiness of the plastic, because that's like his call to action. He's like, ooh, there's doing the transpire, and then he runs out like a little bored kitten. Okay, up next. Okay, oh, we've got Sally Ride and Mae Jemison. Sally Ride and Mae Jemison are, of course, 2 shuttle astronauts. So let's do a super little quick, I have to cheat a little bit on this and make sure that I get the right dates for you guys. So I'm just gonna look at my notes up here. Again, I mentioned this at the start and I'll mention it again. I will be putting up a blog post on Vintage Space at Discover tomorrow once I get this embedded, so you can learn a bit more about where the kit came from and also the women who are featured in the kit. So we've got 2 shuttle astronauts. So up first we have Mae Jemison. Because that is the first one that I picked up. So Mae Jemison was part of the 1987 NASA astronaut class. I don't know what group that makes her, but that's still one of the earliest classes. So the first class, I should have started with Sally Ride just for the sake of going in historical order. But anyways, this is only about 10 years after the first astronaut class that accepted women as well as minorities. So she was actually, she's in this kit, she's the first Black female astronaut. So she has a background, I'm gonna double check my notes. She has a background, this is actually super interesting. A Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering, and at the same time fulfilled the requirements to also get a BA in African and Afro-American Studies, which I love because how well-rounded is that as a person. I love when people combine the science and the arts to do something like that. So that's her background. And she also has a doctorate degree in medicine. So a very interesting background in terms of engineering, history, kind of sociology, and also medicine. So she was selected as part of the 1987 astronaut class. It was a class of 15 out of over 2,000 applicants. And she flew as the Science Mission Specialist on STS-47, which is a Spacelab J mission cooperative with the US and Japan. The mission launched on, what's the orbiter? I don't have the orbiter written down, but she launched in 1992. She flew, and spent 190 hours, 30 minutes, and 23 seconds, because NASA likes to have those down to the second. 190 hours, 30 minutes, 23 seconds in space, and she left the agency the following year in 1993. So she's one of our 2 shuttle astronauts who's going to share a base with Miss Sally Ride. So when I was talking to Maya about this yesterday, the woman who imagined and designed the kit, it makes so much sense. When you think women in space, you immediately think Sally Ride, because she was the first American woman to fly in space. So a little bit of background on Sally Ride. I have to scroll up a bit. Okay, so Sally Ride joined NASA in 1978. So she was part of that first class. This was the first class after the Apollo era. It had been, I think, 9 years since NASA had taken in new astronauts, and this was the one that broke the mold. So starting with the Mercury astronauts and going forward, NASA had a pretty standard way of looking at astronauts. They were mostly test pilots. Well, they were all test pilots. A few were civilians, but they all had to have had test pilot experience. They were all men. They were all military men. They were all basically cut from a certain mold, and it really did fit the Apollo era in terms of, like, we don't know what we're doing, so let's make sure we get people who are used to making life and death decisions in a split second under super high pressure environments. So later in the 60s, sort of, I think it was 66 was the first class. Group 4 was the first class of scientist astronauts. So then NASA from that point started almost alternating groups that it was pilot astronauts, very much, someone just said the right stuff. It was very much like that right stuff kind of archetype, and then a group of scientist astronauts. So these were the first group where PhDs mattered, and then they learned to fly. They learned kind of that piloting skill afterwards. So with Ride's class in 1978, this is the first time NASA created 2 different types of astronauts, a pilot astronaut and a mission specialist. So this opened up a whole other type of people. This was not just, you didn't just have to be a pilot, you didn't have to have that same experience. You could be a doctor, you could be a scientist, and NASA's trying to recognize, like, we're building new things. We're doing more than just, we're doing more than these experimental missions to the moon. We're really learning how to work and live in space. So that means we need different skill sets. So all of a sudden it became, there were, women and minorities were suddenly welcomed into the fold finally. And it all started with the class of 78. So Ride was one of 6 women in that class, and she became the first to fly as a mission specialist on STS-7 in 1983. The mission was 147 hours in space. She flew, Sally Ride's second flight was, again, as mission specialist on STS-41G, which launched in 1984. And was 197 hours in space. And her last mission, Sally Ride was assigned to the crew of STS-61M, but training was terminated after the Challenger disaster in 1986. And she ended up leaving the agency before flying in space again, and did, again, the blog post will talk about her post-NASA work, a lot of really great STEM work. I mean, such an incredibly stunning career. So these 2 women, Mae Jemison and Sally Ride, are our 2 shuttle astronauts. So we are going to be building them a shuttle base. So let's keep these 2 gals up here. All right, so let's get this thing started. We are starting with this. Oh, this is a long one. I think it's this piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I think it's this one. Okay. We are building this one. Okay, so we need 2 high blocks. Whoop. All right. This is gonna be super cute. I think this is actually gonna be adorable to have a tiny little Lego shuttle. And 1 tall gray piece in the middle. 4 and 4. Okay, there we go. You guys kind of see that? Okay. And up next, we take 2 2x4 flat black pieces. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, and we're taking another one of these long, is this right? Yeah, another one of these long black pieces, and adding the little side slopey bits. Okay, so we're adding 2 side slopey bits. Oh, I see what's going on here. And these flat gray pieces are what end up giving you the placard for their nameplates. So we're putting together the front of it that'll be where we have their names. Okay, and then a piece to this one, this little flat slopey bit in the middle. Okay, so we've got this. This right? Okay. I love Lego's instructions right now, so we have the back part of this and the front part of this, and it just says, put them together. So I assume we are gonna get, did I do this one right? Yeah, I did this one right. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna have to end up with, I don't know what, but something to link them together. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. Okay, yep, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna take a brick in the middle, and here's how we're going to connect our front half and our back half. There we go. And then we've got these little, so these are the ones that have like the open knobbly bits. Towards the front, we're going to take 4 of them, and this is where our name placards are gonna go once we're done. Okay, here we are. Am I doing that right? Yeah. 2. Oh, I knocked her over. Sorry. 3 and 4. Okay. So then we take our long, oh, not that one, our long flat pieces, and we're just going to add a nice flat platform so that we can build our shuttle on top of this. Right. There's 1. There's, oh wait, I did that wrong. Ah, it's in the wrong spot. Wait, did I do that right? I feel like I did something wrong. Hang on. Oh, I think I put the, oh, I get it. Oh, hang on. I did something wrong. Hang on. We gotta backtrack a tiny bit. Whoop. 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 Darn it. Okay. I put these gray pieces on too far forward. I need to move them back 1 notch. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. We're good. We're good. Oop. Where did this come from? Oh. Okay. Hang on. There we go. Oh. They didn't give, this kit doesn't come with one of those brick separator things. I liked that. The little orange tool. That was nice. That was a fun one to use. Okay, so we're putting our base together now. All right, there we go. There's our base for Sally Ride and Mae Jameson. Okay, next we've got a flat gray piece, a flat little, or a gray little 1x2, and this thing. Someone just asked if I still have the little brick separator from the Saturn V kit. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. Okay, so this goes in the back, and these 2 go slightly up front of it. Oh, okay. Okay, so that is there now. Okay, we're gonna put this to the side for a second, and then we're gonna build the shuttle. I'm kind of excited about this tiny little shuttle. Okay, so we're gonna start with I'm gonna take the blue one and the red one, and we're gonna put them like this. I like this narration that has like almost no reason for me talking. But coffee is delicious. There's cold coffee now though. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're putting, oh, no. So it's got these two pieces that are looking, just giving it a shuttle-y looking shape right off the bat. And then I love when you've got pieces like this. A tiny shuttle, sadly not dinosaur. I would love a dinosaur Lego kit. I wonder if I know anyone that would want to do a Lego like unflown spacecraft kit for vintage space and like get that going. What do you think, guys? You think we could get that off the ground with Lego ideas? That could be a fun one. Okay, and then we need an uppy bit, just like this brick with the notch in it. So we're gonna put this. Oh, bought this for your niece for Christmas. Awesome, well done. Yeah, this is such a great. Again, guys, I'm not being paid to say this. This is a great kit for girls and for boys, just for STEM people. Awesome. All right, we're putting this in, and we're putting this knobbly bit on top. This thing. So this is gonna be our, I guess kind of the nose cone? Sort of the nose cone? Okay, wait, should I do this right? Yeah. Okay, let's keep this, oh wait, I should have done this first. Okay, there we go. Starting to look mildly shuttleoid. Mildly shuttleoid. Okay, so then we're gonna put, we've got white brick here, and then we're gonna take this here. Starting to see where the shape might be coming in. And two of these, where are these bits with like hinges on them. So we're taking two of these hinges and putting these right at the bottom. There we go. Right. And we're still just building up. Wait, did I miss a piece? Nope. Okay. We're still just building up kind of bulk on this little shuttle. So we added two more pieces to the top, and we're going to fill out one more right up here. So it's starting to get a little bit more meat on its bones, on its little shuttly bones. So we're taking a couple of, we've got these interesting, wait, which one is this? Okay, and then we need a black triangular piece. Okay, so then we're building the wings. Okay, wait, so I'll show you guys. So all the time they've been doing things where like you're building on top of it, and then all of a sudden you got to build from the underside. So yeah, I gotta do this towards me, make sure I'm actually doing it right. Wait, what? Okay. Nope, there we go. Oh wait, no, I did that wrong. Okay. Oh, okay. So put this. Okay, I did that, and then did I do this wrong? I think I did this wrong. No? No, I'm actually really confused. Oh, wait, there we go. This is confusing. It moves, the picture moves, and it was awkward to figure out exactly what the angle they were going for. Okay, I put this thing together. This is what the fin, I guess, or, well, there's, like, actual fins, but, yeah. Okay, so now we've got this thing. This is super weird. Okay, wait. I did the wrong one first. Okay. We're gonna build the other one because I think I did this backwards. Nope, this should be right. Flip it over. There it is. Okay, figured it. Yay! It's the wing. That's actually so Cute. Okay, let's do the other one. Let me make awkward faces at myself while I figure out how to put the other one together. Okay, so this goes here. There we go. And then this one goes. Where did this go? Nope. Nope. Other way. Other way. Darn it. Nope. Other way. Hang on. I don't know why I can't figure this out. Okay, so this goes this way. And then this comes out this way. Okay, and then it goes here. That was way too complicated. Shuttle. Okay, so now we've got this. We're gonna put these two, we've got two kind of round pieces that we're gonna put on the back of this. This does not seem like the most effective heat shield of all time. I'm gonna flip it over, and we're gonna put two little flat handy things right up here. So 1, 2. Okay, and then we have a little, okay, we have a clear wedge, a flat little one-off piece, and then we need a little white, little one knobby bit. So I'll move this back so you guys can see it. So a flat piece, or a clear piece, a flat piece and a one little knobby bit. So the clear piece goes up front. This is adorable. The little hat goes here, and then the flat hat goes here. Come on, go. There we go. You guys starting to see it? Okay, and then we have these little rounded pieces. So we're gonna put these two here, and then we have, so make sure I'm getting these ready beforehand, two little one-off pieces here. So these two go down. So we've got our body. And then these go up here. So it's starting to look like a teeny tiny little shuttle. All right, so then we need this piece with two hinges. We need another white piece with like a little 1 by 2, and then this main fin, or this tail. It's not fin, rudder. What is this called? I don't actually know what this is called off the top of my head. It's one of those days, guys. All right, so then we're gonna put, all right, so we go hinged piece, non-hinged piece, and fin, and stick this on right at the bottom. And then we have these two little curved white pieces that cover the sides. So without it, you can kind of see it. Maybe the light might be too bright showing there, so then on the other side it's nice and smooth. Okay, so there we go. And then we just have the engine assembly. So we've got 3 hooks, little Zoidberg hooks. I know that's not what Zoidberg's hands looks like, but that's for some reason what it makes me think of. And then 3 little, I don't know, beanies? What are these called? They look like toques. They look like little toques. Toques. And we are going to put, okay, so you put the little toque thing into the hook, so it looks like a hook on a wrist. Okay. Can you guys see where this is going? These are going to be the engine bells. And then, so we put on these 3 little, like, rails here. So there's 2 down the bottom, 1 in the middle. So these are obviously going on these. So we've got 1. Let's see if you guys can see this. 2, and then the last one will clip on here. 3. Okay. It's a little orbiter. It's really cute. Okay, we're gonna put this right here so you guys can kind of see it, and then we're gonna build the external tank. And so it's gonna be the main fuel tank, and then also the side boosters. So that's what these orange pieces are. Okay, so we've got. Okay, so we're gonna take one of these and two of these black bits here. All right, do this and this. Okay, and now we're gonna stack another orange one on top. So on top of this, we're gonna put an L blue piece with the prongy bits outward, and then a gray piece on this side. And then we're gonna build up, this is gonna help it connect to our orbiter. And then we've got two more of these orange pieces, so we are continuing, oh wait, I did this wrong. Some of them have holes in them. I didn't notice that until I put them on. I was like, oh, there's a hole in that one. See, this is where, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna put the ones without the holes on them. There you go. And then we're gonna do two flat pieces. So this is just building up bulk to our main tank. And then we're gonna take the other one with the holes, and we're gonna stick these black bits down the side again, and put that on top. So this is what our main tank looks like. And then we've got, oh, one more, this thing is huge. One more, what's that word? Circular piece, and then the cone up top. So that's what it looks like. It's coming together. So I should point out, not to scale. Not to scale. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna build the solid rocket boosters, or solid rocket motor boosters. Okay, so we've got these pieces. So we're gonna take these long white pieces and put little red knobbly bit attachments in either end of them. So we're gonna do the two at the same time. And then we have these pieces, oh, two. Why do they say two? Do they all say two on them? I'm not entirely sure why, but all of these have the number 2 like printed in them. Can you guys, the light's too bright. Anyways, trust me, they do. So we're gonna stick these on. I guess it's to line them up. I don't know. All right, so we're getting these on. Next we've got, all right, we're gonna put a red attachment bit on one end. And you guessed it, little engine bells on the other end. So these go up here. And then I love that these kits do this. There are these little, ooh, I dropped it. These little glowing orange bits for fire. So you can actually have them look like they're firing. So we've got these two things. Okay, so now these are gonna go on either side of our main engine, or our main fuel tank. So that's one. And let's get this going the right, ooh. To kind of do them both at the same time, or else it won't totally go on cleanly. Ooh, maybe. Ah, concern it. There we go. What? Come on, Lego. You can fit. Why won't this fit? These won't, one of them's going, but the other one, like as soon as I get there it is, okay. There's our rocket stack, or booster stack. Okay. So we've got this, and then we have that one blue piece in the middle of the orbiter's underside, and that is what's going to connect it to the fuel tank and the boosters. So now, okay, so this piece that we put up, this like weird looking thing, that's going to be the balance point for the bottom of the main tank. So we're going to stick this on like this. I'll try to do this facing you guys slightly. Okay, there we go. All right, and then the instruction says turn it around. That's so cute. All right, so that's it. That's the Mae Jemison and Sally Ride. So as per our instructions, all right, here is our Mae Jemison. Here is our Sally Ride. That looks like it's on great. Okay, and then we have their little placards. I'll show you guys this in a second. And get this on the right way. It's so cute. All right. So here is Mae Jemison and Sally Ride with their little shuttle. Oh, I missed a piece. Hang on. There's tops on these SRBs. Totally missed that. Now we're done. Now we're done. So there you go. This is what this looks like. This is super, super cute. All right. So we're gonna put them over here with our Margaret Hamilton, which means our last is going to be Miss Nancy G. Roman. So Nancy G. Roman is probably, her middle name's Grace. Her placard says Nancy G. Roman, Nancy Grace Roman. She's probably the least well-known of all the women in this minifig set. I will admit that I had not heard of her before I got this kit, so I was interested to learn. She's actually one of those fascinating characters when, you know, you kind of look for women, you know, for girls to have as role models. There's always those women out there, but they're harder to find. She's like a prime example of someone that's been with NASA or joined NASA almost after the agency was incepted in 1958, but no one really knows about her. She's such an interesting woman. So I'm gonna again consult my notes for the blog post over here to make sure that I'm getting it right. But she was born, she was around, I think, the book, I don't have this written down, but I think she was born in 1925. Yeah, born in 1925. Which actually makes her older than most of the astronauts. So John Glenn is the oldest astronaut. He was born in 1930, if I am remembering that correctly off the top of my head. So she's older than the astronaut. So she's been in this business as long as any of the men who walked on the moon, and longer in many cases, because she started an astronomy club at her school when she was 11. So she was always fascinated by the science. Her sort of foray, she did study astronomy and science during her education, during her sort of to get her PhD. But it was really when she discovered unusual behavior in the emission spectra of the star AG Draconis. And she published her findings in an academic paper, and this was the first thing that really got her noticed in the astronomy community. And this was kind of where she started getting into that world as like a respected authoritative figure, as opposed to a woman with an interest. Now, of course, this is the 1950s, in an era where women are not supposed to want to be scientists. They are not considered smart enough to be scientists, and all of that fun stuff that is still thought by far too many people today. So she ended up actually applying. She worked for the Office of Naval Research for a while, and not long after NASA was created, like I said, in 1958, she applied to the agency and became the first chief of astronomy for the Office of Space Science, which actually made her the first woman to hold an executive position with NASA. And among the many incredible things she's done with her career, and as it relates to this kit specifically, she was one of the scientists that helped get Hubble quite literally off the ground. So, hint, that's what her little podium is going to be. So let's start giving Nancy Grace Roman her little spot to stand on. We start with this piece. Okay. So we're starting it a lot like Margaret Hamilton's. It's going to be kind of building up the sides and the little front slope so that it's like a clean little edge where there should be one more of these black pieces. Okay, and then 2 slopey bits. All right. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so we're putting these together and then these on the front. All right, it's looking like this. And then we're gonna put, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah, 2 of these 1x6 pieces. Oh, one of these 1x6s and a 1x4. Stick this underneath it to fill out the bottom piece. Okay, and then we're building up the things so that she can stand on things and her background pieces. I'm gonna build this one facing me so that I make sure I get them all in the right positions. But here we've got her placard, her piece that will be the placard. And we've got a little, this little white bit here, and then a long, high gray piece going along the back. If I can find it. Oh no, oh, no, not this one. It's a darker gray. Ah, this one. Like almost blends into my black countertop. Okay. So, starting to look like this. So we're gonna again put these pieces with the exposed knobbly bits on this thing so that her placard has a place to stand. And then we've got this slopey bit filling in the other half. So it's gonna be a little contained scene that we're building for Miss Roman. Okay. Oh, golly. Sorry, this is a very finicky looking thing. All right, so we've got another one of these. We've got a little, the ones that look like little gears, that's what we're dealing with. So we've got one of these that looks like little gears. And we're gonna cover it with a flat gray piece so it's nice and clean on the top. So it looks like this. Okay. And this is going to go, sorry, I gotta make this facing me to make sure it's right. That's wrong. What did I do wrong? Did I do this wrong? I definitely, oh wait, hang on. No, this is right. It just doesn't snap in. Okay, I'm confused, but we'll go with it for a second. We're good, okay. So this always gets me. So this piece doesn't snap in right away, it just sets in, and then it's gonna have this red piece over top of it to keep it in place. I always think of like, I feel like they should all click into place for safety's sake, but now we're good. Okay, so we've got this piece on, and then we're just gonna keep building up the base a little bit. So we've got one of these ones, and a little black hat / the 1x1. I know this now, but I still like hat. Okay, keeping this facing me for safety's sake. Oh, hang on, 2 of these. All right. Okay, all right. So this is just gonna go, just build up the back side of this. That was confusing. Okay, starting to come together. Okay, and then the other side, we're just gonna finish off building, making this nice and clean. There, now we have a little platform for her. All right, so we've got these, we're gonna start building out from this point. This is the little, like, what did I say, the gear bit that's sticking up. So we've got this piece that looks super weird. Sorry, coffee. Been talking a lot in the last 74 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna put this, snap this round piece into the gear shifty bit, and we're gonna put this dark blue block off to one side there. Okay, and then this is what I noticed earlier. I love this. It's a Hubble image. It's a little piece that's a Hubble image. So this is gonna go up on this blue bit, and then we're gonna cover it with the flat black piece so that it's nice and an Apollo kit for Canadian kids. Yes, I can. I missed the end of that, but this is something I do need to do a video on very soon. I just have to dig into it. I think it was 32, if I'm remembering right. 32 Canadian engineers effectively, like, I don't want to say defected Canada because no Canadian ever doesn't love Canada, but ended up being loaned to NASA by the Canadian government to help with the Mercury program, and they never left. So actually Canadians did a great job at helping get us to the moon. Okay, so like I said, because Nancy Grace Roman helped get us into space with Hubble, our thing that's going to go up on this is going to be Hubble. Yes, Chris Hadfield is Canadian. He is probably our best export, which is great because otherwise we just have like Bieber. Canada doesn't have the best exports of all time, but we have the ones we do have, like the good ones we have, are like really good. Although I guess Chris Hadfield isn't an export because I think he still lives in Toronto. My best Chris Hadfield story, I'll just share this with you guys while I gathered little gray hats. My mom actually sat next to Chris Hadfield on a flight to Germany once, and she was really excited when she texted me, "I'm sitting next to Chris Hadfield." I'm like, "You should go and say hello because I can't." So my mom got a selfie with Chris Hadfield, but I didn't. I never did. And it was so cute. My parents landed in Germany, and my mom was really excited to send me that picture. So apparently he was nice enough when my mom said, you know, my daughter works in space science, adjacent to space science. She's a communicator and an historian, and he was like, "Oh, that's great," and she took a picture. It was super cute. And I did, if you guys are interested, I did put that up on my Instagram after my mom landed in Germany because it was just so cute. All right. Okay, so now we're piling two gray pieces on this. Oh, this is so funny. I'm not gonna lie, when I pulled this out of the bag, it just reminded me of Oscar the Grouch's trash can. So it's not a trash can, it is Hubble. I don't know why when I saw this I was like, oh, this is totally a Sesame Street kit apparently. Jim Carrey is from Canada. He's actually, weirdly, I think he is from a town called Keswick, which is actually where I once worked at a summer camp for 2 years. So Jim Carrey, yeah, I always forget that he is Canadian. Okay, okay, so this is gonna be 1/2 of Hubble. And then someone said it's literally the Lego trash can piece. Is it actually a Lego trash can piece? Oh yes, oh, have I ever karaoke'd Ground Control to Major Tom? Yes. So that happened to me. It's actually happened to me a couple times that someone will sign me up for karaoke. This happened when I was in Zurich in February of this year. And I was there with Google doing stuff that I can't talk about, but it was awesome sauce. And we all went out for karaoke with the Google engineers on our last night there. Michael J. Fox, I always forget he's Canadian too. So we went out with a bunch of the Google engineers, and it was such a great team. Like, the Google Zurich office is beautifully multicultural and like international. Like, everyone there is from some other country. It's awesome. It was super fun. And so we all went out for karaoke, and they knew us when we came into the office, and they knew that I was the space person. So I don't remember who, but someone signed me up to sing Bowie, and I was just like, this is not gonna end well, you guys. It was great. So this happens to me that people will sign me up to sing that for karaoke, though it is not my karaoke song of choice. Okay, so now we have 2 of these little pieces. Okay, so we're building, I don't even totally know what this is here. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, so we're building a thing, and then we're gonna put these little side panel thingies on it. All right, so we just built this, and we're gonna snap this onto one of these handles. Yay! Okay, now we're gonna take some claws. These look like garden gophers to me. Could take some claws and a little loopy thing, which is this thing. And, okay. Oh, golly. Did I do this right? Yeah, okay. Oh, there, okay, it goes like that. Okay, so we're gonna put these two little claw things at the side. This is so funny. I don't know enough about, I mean, I know about Hubble's history and stuff, but I don't know too much about Hubble's construction. That this is, ow, I like can't see where this is going in the same way. Okay. There we go. I just saw a question of whether I miss Canada. I miss some things about Canada, mostly the people. The Canadian people are lovely, but, you know, there's good people here too. All right, and then we're putting this black loop here. Oh, I get it. These claws, this is rad, guys, are going to hold, hang on, let's get them at the right angle. Are gonna hold this, the panels. Hang on, this is super cute. Once I can get them in the right spot. Oh, come on, go. There we go. I think this is good. Ah! I'm throwing things on myself. This piece keeps coming apart. Am I forgetting something? Is there a, no, that's it. That is it. Okay. And then we're gonna stick long thing here. Like it's Hubble. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so we're gonna stick Hubble right in here. Oh, did I do that right? Oh, there. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's backwards. It's backwards. It's backwards. Oh, this piece keeps coming apart on me. Okay. So it should go, so this is the mirror cover, I guess. Okay, let's do it. Hang on, it's gotta go this way. There we go, okay. Now we're on it. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna put Nancy G. Roman right here and her little placard right here. Maybe. Get that flush. There it is. How cute is the little Hubble model and the Hubble image behind her and stuff. It's actually, it's really, really cute. It's super, super cute. I missed a question. What would be too much to ask? I missed something in that conversation. Sorry guys, I've been trying to follow along as much as I can without totally, completely forgetting what it is I'm trying to say. So I have Lego parts left. This is a little worrying to me, but I'm wondering how much some of these are extras. I don't think I missed any of these. I know that Lego will give you extra pieces in case you miss something. I'm gonna hold on to these in one of the baggies just in case I do realize that something is not isn't quite finished or I'm missing something. But all right, I'm gonna try to move these over so you guys can actually see the full set, sort of. I'll show, ooh, I don't know what that is. Okay, so I'll lift each of these up for you guys so you can see them one more time. So this is the Lego Women of NASA kit. So we started with Margaret Hamilton, Margaret Hamilton, who was on the team, led the team that built the, designed the software that powered the, or didn't power, but was executed by the Apollo guidance computer to help the missions not only navigate to the moon, but also land on the moon. Then we have our two shuttle astronauts, Sally Ride and Mae Jemison, and also the little mini shuttle, so they're sharing a base. And then the last one we have is Nancy Grace Roman, who was the first, double-checking her formal title, the first chief of astronomy for the Office of Space Science at NASA, not long after its inception in '58, and was the first woman to hold an executive position at the agency and helped get Hubble off the ground. So these are the women of NASA Lego kit. I'm trying to see, I didn't think to look this up until I saw a couple of people asking about it, how much they retail for. I'm gonna see if I can look this up super quick while also talking on Amazon, so I can give you guys a sense, give you guys a sense of how much it is. But I know you can buy them on Amazon. As you guys saw, when you're talking and yammering, you can still build this pretty quickly. So this is great for girls of any age, or for boys of any age, or for people of any age who enjoy space and like awesome, strong people and all kinds of good things. Like I said, there is a little explanation of who each of the women are in the little brochure that's also the instruction manual. So you do get a chance to actually learn about them a little bit too. Let me see if I can find this super quick. So the Lego Women of NASA building kit. Okay, so it is available on Amazon, and it's currently going for about, weirdly, this is super weird, $38.26 American. So it says it's ages 10 and up. I don't know. I'll let you parents out there decide. And again, I want to make it clear, guys. Lego donated the kit to me, but I like fully endorse this. I think this is such a great thing to have, to add to sort of your space collectibles, to add to your Lego collection if you have one. So yeah, so this is it. One thing I do want to mention, I've said it a couple times, I will be putting up a blog post tomorrow going through each of the women's histories a little bit more. So if you are curious, check back. The link will be there tomorrow. And I do actually have an extra Lego Women of NASA kit that I am going to be doing as part of a giveaway before Christmas. I didn't want to do it in a live stream because comments done during the live stream don't stay after it's archived. So I'm going to do it as a separate video. I have a few awesome things that I'm going to be doing as giveaways this year. So if you are keen to get one, we can see, keep looking for that. It'll be sort of in the next couple weeks, so before Christmas, and we can get some stuff out to you guys, either for your own Christmas list or for someone on your gift list. Or whatever holiday it is that you celebrate, because all the holidays. So that's about it. If you guys enjoy this, let me know in the comments what you think. If there's other kits that you know about that you'd like me to build. I've had the request to do the Lego Skylab adapter section for the Saturn V, and I'll look into that. If there's anything else you want to see built, see explained, let me know. And of course, if you guys have other topics you'd like to see regular Vintage Space episodes on, which we'll be resuming beginning next week as well. I had to take a couple weeks break to get some stuff done. Those will be happening. I have a list of things I'm working on, so if you have requests, please leave those in the comments as well. If you guys would like to follow my daily Vintage Space adventures, you can grab me on Twitter and on Instagram, AST Vintage Space, and of course, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe so that you never miss either future live builds or live episodes, live streams from museums, or just future regular Vintage Space content, because we all love awesome stuff in space. All right, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for the last, 88 minutes while I've yammered and built the Women of NASA Lego set. It's awesome. It's fun. I like gets my thumbs up because this is super fun. Okay, I'm gonna head off. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Bye.